So I've enabled the image uploading in background maps feature for GameScape. And I've had this, I've been using it for my own game for a while, but I kind of did it with some my own hacks. I've been working on the UI just to make it really clean for users to use. Um, there's still a few bugs. I'm ironing them out, but if you use this and you find bugs, like let me know. But so let's go over it real quick. I think the easiest way to uh, add images is to just drag drop them, which is one of the functions. So if I can just take this and drop it on here, it'll take it a second to upload. I need to add a uploading dialog, but all right. So I went ahead and uploaded this monastery map, and I got to give a shout out to, and I don't know how to pronounce this, Sizipiku. Um, their maps are really top notch. I found these on Reddit. I really love their work. But anyway, so uploaded that, and you see I got this nice monastery here. When I drag dropped it, you saw that this layers sidebar popped open. Um, the available tools change when this sidebar is open. You'll notice that the normal game and drawing tools are gone. Now it's just grid snapping and undo and redo. And that basically just controls the grid snapping controls the dragging, so you can drag off grid if you want. This is called layers just because at some point I imagine there will be other layer controls for GameScape, but right now it's just the image background. Um, so while the layer sidebar is open, clicking on the images selects them so that you can modify them and drag them around and whatnot. Uh, so drag dropping isn't the only way. Um, if you were on the map here and you wanted to upload something else, you can just open the layer dialog and select using the file dialog. And I'll go ahead and load this crypt. Give it a second. And there's the crypt. Um, and so the way it works, it tries to guess what the grid scale is for the image. So if you have a file, I don't know if you noticed, but that monastery file has this 46 by 61. If it finds something like that in the file name, it will try to use that for the grid scale, which is kind of nice since it automatically maps to the internal grid, so you don't have to think about it. You just drag drop it and it scales appropriately. Um, for other images, if it doesn't have it, it tries to guess based on the aspect ratio. And for this crypt, it actually did a really good job, apparently. Yeah, 2818, it looks like it matched the grid. Um, but let's say it didn't guess correctly. Let's say it came back with, I don't know, 16 by 9. Um, you can see there I can basically control the grid size with these. Well, apparently decided 14 by 9 was the correct. But one thing you can do here is you can mess with this until you find the right grid. A nice little feature is you can actually up arrow to hop it by one at a time. There you go, 2818, that matches. There you go. You can obviously have multiple images. Um, right now there's no limit on upload, but at some point there will be, just because I'm letting people use this for free, so I don't want this to be abused with massive storage. But for now, there's no limits. Um, you can layer the images if you want. So, put this one here, and it's sort of a stack. So if I click this one, that will go on top. Um, I found this useful for actually adding flourishes to to dungeons or maps. So like, let's say in this crypt, there was a magic circle on the floor. Um, and I can take this and turn it into a 3x2 or whatever and put it on the floor of the crypt. And let's say I actually don't want it to be quite grid aligned because it doesn't look right. I can take it off the grid. There we go. Another thing worth noting is all these operations with images, moving, scaling, stacking, whatever, are all undoable. So like I can just undo those magic circle things, change it, and then I can redo them. Do, 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 do. And when you're ready to play, um, you basically just close the layers dialog and you're back to normal GameScape, right? So yeah, you can put your tokens on, drop the fighter on the bridge. Do, 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 do. And that's it. So love to hear feedback and if people actually use this or not.